Hello guys, welcome back to our blog CMS. And how you guys doing today? If you've been following me from the beginning, I have not subscribed to my channel. Please subscribe to my channel so you can get updated when I post something new. And if you are new to this, please subscribe so you can follow along, so when I post any new content you can get notified as well. So in our last video, we were able to add our user profile, where we can add our username, first name, last name, like update our profile, like the information that we have. So up until now, we can't change our password. We can change our username, first name, last name, email, but we can't change our password. So I think we need to try to go to that password, that change password link, but I'll need a button somewhere here to do that. So I think I'll go straight to my user profile. That's where we'll have it. Down here, let me have a link where I can go and change my password. So let me call this password, sorry, I don't know I'm spelling like this. Let me call this password change. Let's have our href here and our URL link. So we can just say URL and call this password change. I think this is all we need, so let's come back here and refresh, and here we have it. It's not looking proper. I think I'll need to style this a little bit, so let's just style that real quick. Let's do it together. So I think I'm going to start by wrapping this up in a div. Okay, so we're going to just give this a class of D. I think flex would be nice. Let's say justify. So let's say justify content between MT4. I think this will be okay. So I think I'll have this inside here. Let me get rid of this, and I also want to have you inside too. I want to have you inside too, so I think I'll get rid of this. I don't know if this is making sense, but let me see what I have. Let me refresh. Voila, yes, it is looking nice, but I still want to style this a little bit. Okay, let's come here and do that real quick. I think I want to change this post to update. I think update is fine. Here I think I'll have a class here. Let's pass in a class. Let me just copy the class I have here. Let me just copy this and pass that here. Okay, let me see what I have. Password change. Okay, it's looking better now. I think I will make this to be 6 and 4. Let me see what I have. Much better now, but I think I will change this to change password, not password change. Change password I think is better, so let's see what I have. Okay, change password, this is much better. I think the styling is okay now. I have my update here, I have my change password. So let's click on the change password. So let's see, and this is what we have. It redirected us to this Django administration, where we can actually change our password, add our old password, our new password, and our password confirmation, and change our password. If you like the display like this, you can leave this, it is fine. And how are we able to even get to this without even having any view or URL? As you can see, we don't have any view. neither do we have any URL, but we're able to get to this page. If you remember way back when we did the Django authentication, when I told you that we have the login, the logout, the register, password, change password is also part of those authentication which the Django have. So password, change password is part of that. That's how we have this, and the URL is just straightforward. Just type password change, that's all you need, and it redirects you to this place. It's that easy. Like I was saying, if you want this styling, it's okay. If this is styling that you want, it's okay. But I just feel like, let me show you guys how you can style this if you don't want to be using this Django administration, what the Django gives you. If you want to style it in your own way, you can do that by coming here and having, I think we are going to go to our URL first, and we're going to do this. So we're going to say from the Django.contrib.auth import view as auth_view. Yes, I think this is what we need. So we're going to come down here and have a path, and we can name this anything. So I'll just call this password, and we're going to have this auth view dot password change view dot as view, and this is all we need. Now we need to pass a template name here, template underscore name. So let's give this a template name of let's say registration slash change password change underscore password dot html, and this is all you need. So we need to go and create this change password dot html. Let's come here because I said registration, so I'm going to go to my registration, right click and paste this, and this is all I need. So I think I need to copy something from here. Let's go to add post and copy this and paste it right here. Let me get rid of this media. I think I'll call this change password. Okay, this is fine, this is alright. And also we need to give this a URL name. So let's say name equals to what's our URL name. Let's come back here. This name here is our URL name, the one that the Django gives us. So you can just come and pass that here, and that's all we need to do, and we're done. So we can just easily come back here and go back and let's refresh and click on this. Voila, this is all we have. Now we have our own styling. If you don't want to make use of the Django administration, the style that it gives you, and you want to have your own, you can easily do it like this. As you can see, what we did, we just have our URL, gave this a template name which is this, and passed our URL name, and that was all we needed to do. And now we have this. You can easily change your password. Let's try changing Alvin's password. Okay, add a new password. Confirm. Do you know I was actually writing the same password? I didn't change anything. Let me add something here. I think I'm making a mistake. I don't think I'm getting the password correctly. Sorry. Okay. The old password was entered. I know I wasn't writing the right thing. I was typing in the new password instead of the old password there. Sorry. Now we have it password changed successfully, and now we are still having this the Django administration view. If you want to leave this view like this, it's fine, but if you also want to have your own styled view whereby you can tell you password change successfully, you want to style your own view whereby you can see something like this, we can actually do that. Let me just copy this, paste it right there. So we are back here now. I pasted this here so I can show you guys what I want to do now. So if you want to have a view, just like this, maybe you get this message, how can you style that on your own? So let's come here and do that real quick. I think we'll be doing that in our views. So here, to do that, we're going to have a class-based view. So now in our class-based view, we can name this passwords view. Okay, I think this name is okay. Now we need to import some things that we're going to pass here, and we need to come up here and import from the Django .contrib.auth.view. I think, yeah, this is what we need. Now we're going to say password change view. So this is the view that we're going to pass in there. So let's come here and pass in that password change view. Okay, here we have a password change view. So we need to create a form class. Now we need a form class, and we can get that from here, as we have been using user creation form, user change form. So we need to have a password. So we need to have a password change form. So that is what we are going to pass here, and we're going to call this password change form. Now we need to copy this and bring that here. So now I want to reverse this to somewhere, so I'll give this a URL of success password. I think this is okay. I'm missing something. Success password. So we need to create this URL, this success password URL. So this time around, to create this, I don't want to be making use of the class-based view that we have been using. I need to make use of function-based view this time around. So I'm going to say def. Let me call this password success. I'm going to pass in a request here. This is the normal way we used to make use of function-based view. A request here, and we'll have a context dictionary, and we are going to have our return here. So we're going to pass in render, then request. So we need a template for this. So let's come down here and create one in our registration. Let's call this success underscore password. You can call this any name though. .html. So now we have a view like this. Now we're going to pass that right here. So we're going to say registration, then slash the success underscore password .html, and let's just pass our context dictionary, even though I'm not going to use it. So we have this now. So we need to pass this to this class-based view and function-based view that we created into our URL right here. So I'll be changing this. So I'm going to copy this and pass it right here. I'll be changing that. I also need to pass it up here too. So I think I called it password view, and I called the second one password success. So I need this password success URL too. So I'm going to say path, and I can call this anything. Let me call it password success or success password. And we're going to pass in our password success, and we need to give this a URL name. I think I'll make use of the URL name I gave it here, which is this. And I think this is all we have to do. But I need to style this my success password page a little bit. This is not looking normal, so let me just give it a H. The H1, and call this password change successfully. I think this is okay. I need to copy this and paste that there too. I want to also end my block. I just want to copy this. I think this is okay. Let me change the title to password change. And this is all I need. I think we're good to go. So let's come back here and try to change our password. I hope I'll remember my password this time around. So I've changed this password so many that I can't still remember what I've been doing. And here we have it, password change successfully, just like this the Django administration, password change successfully. Like, we try to style our own. Like, I don't want to make use of this the Django administration. I want to make use of mine, which this is all we get. So now we can go back to our home page and maybe try to change our password as many times as we want, and it's all working. This is great. And what we did here is not much. We just so what we just basically did was we created a class-based view. Let me just come back to this URL. Initially, we did this the Django from the Django.contrib.auth import view as auth view, and we did that auth view.password change view. That's what we had initially. So to be able to redirect after like filling the form, let's redirect to a success page. We now have to create our own class-based view. We now passed in this password change view. If you could remember, that was what was here when we said auth_view.password change view. That was what we had there initially. So we now have to come and pass it here that's how we passed it, by calling it here like this, the Django contrib.auth.view password change view. So we're now able to pass that view here. We also created a class form of password change form. That's what we passed, that we got it from here. Then this success URL, where we want to reverse it to, that the password changed successfully. This is the URL to that page. So we got this URL. So we now have to now create the view for that URL. That's when we now created this function based view that will have this registration /success password or HTML, which we had this success HTML. Then we now created the URL here of this function based view, the name, this password success. We now created the URL here and now give it that URL name, that success password, this URL name. So that's basically what we did to get that, because I don't want to be seeing this password change successful, this and the Django administration. We want to have our own. That's basically what I did. So thanks for watching, and see you guys next time.